Good evening, good afternoon. Depends on what time of the day, or what part of the earth, or whatever the case you're watching this show here today from. Um, a quick little get together. I got some questions for my good brother in Post Up because I hope that he can keep it real. Shout out to my dude Warrior Ward, who sent me this article. As you guys come in, as always, you be so kind to hit the like button. You know what I mean? Rory sent me this article. Well, basically, Microsoft said that um, they're more for the hardcore Cyberpunk 2077. Let me see something. Cyberpunk 2077. Okay, hold on one second. They're more for the hardcore, I guess, than Sony. Will have a more hardcore demographic than Sony. Um, I'm gonna ask Post's opinion of that because I have my own opinions. You know what I mean? And I know that my integrity is always in question. Um, but like I said, we're gonna as you guys come in, hit the like button. We're gonna try to get to the bottom. Who was born for the hardcore gamer? You know what I mean? So, but as like I said, what's going on with you, good brother Post?
I'm good, man. I'm off today. No work today. I've just been chilling right now. Currently installing the Master Chief Collection.
Ooh.
You mess around with that. It's dope. That intelligent delivery system. They got it on here. So like I can choose whether I just want to download the campaign or just the multiplayer.
Ooh.
And then I can prioritize which download I want. So I can give, if I want like Halo 3 to get priority over the other ones to download faster, I can give priority to that. It's really dope. I hope their future titles do this, and then third parties start using this technology because it can kind of control what you want to download. So it's pretty dope. But other than that, man, you pick the closest, Xbox that you want to try to throw under the bus on this shit. But I ain't going today.
I mean,
I ain't going.
Hey, listen, you may have no choice in the matter, bro. If you come
We're
out the
gonna
wrong,
talk about it, my nigga.
hey, yo, if you come out with the wrong answer, hey, bro, you going up under that bus?
Nah, bro.
My bro Post Up live. We let me see debate. Hold on, who we got here? The Hebrew the debate. Who is more? Is Microsoft is more for the hardcore gamer? That's about right. But those ain't my words. Let's take it as crazy. That's my man Aaron Greenberg. Shout out to Aaron. Shout out to Aaron.
Nigga always.
Shout out to
Sometimes
Aaron.
they just need to just be quiet, man.
Hey, listen. Listen.
Sometimes they just need to be quiet, man.
Hey, bro. Sometimes they just close their mouth, right?
Facts,
and
facts,
don't say
man.
nothing. You know what I mean?
And then you say, "As Sony outselling you 2-1," you kind of gave the numbers away from. Oh man, like just.
I'm gonna get the article here. Listen, guys, as you come in, do me a favor, hit the like button, put this out on Twitter, share it. You know what I mean? Hold up, we ain't gonna be here too long. Try to get you guys to expand your mind tonight.
Yeah. Shout out to all the people, man, that's really been like on us about that show. Like I didn't know, man. I did not know the support was gonna be that real. Z,
hey,
I
bro,
did not know. Hey,
bro, they cursed me out last night, man. I mean, last week about expand your mind, not giving them no expand your mind.
Man, they'd be really. I didn't know they was gonna really be into that. Really be into that side of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Man, thanks for the support. It's been huge, man.
Yeah. I want to say this for those who don't know, or maybe you're new to this dog shit platform. Expand Your Mind is something that we do outside of gaming, where we talk about shit.
Everything, politics,
racial
aliens, religion,
pros to flat earthers, any flat earthers out there, flat earth.
We talk about it all, man.
Yeah, a little bit of everything, or expand your mind. So shout out to, like I said, for those that, and then normally we do that on Wednesdays about 9:30, 10 o'clock on Twitch. Yeah. You know what I mean? The week before last, we had what's called the Hebrew Israelite warrior up there.
We had a Hebrew Israelite on there. We was debating religion with a Hebrew Israelite and stuff like that. Man, it went crazy. The man said God gonna drop nukes on everybody. It pretty much called God a gangster. He said God ain't perfect. God a gangster. But man, but it's good to see to get the people that be in the chat that come over there and watch that to get their perspective outside of gaming as well, man. So thank y'all for tuning in, and make sure y'all tune in tonight.
Well, like I said, here's a disclaimer. I must say this. That show was there not to disrespect anybody, because some people sometimes walk away a little rubbed the wrong way. It's just a conversation. You know what I mean? We can all agree to disagree. And listen, it's your job, most of you guys as a Christian, to love me, regardless of what I believe in, right?
Yeah.
And listen, the root word of belief, or the word believe or belief, is to be unsure. You know, belief is to be unsure. To have belief about something. Like I said, regardless of what the case may, whatever I may believe in, there's some dumb goy, whatever. It's your job as a Christian to not turn your back on it, to love me, man. Like children that you see every day.
Hey, when he say God gonna drop nuke, he say
yeah.
I was done.
Hey, listen, I spoke to him today, the Hebrew Israelite warrior. He said, fuck all that clown shit. You know, he get to work at 7. He got him a mic, and he coming through with the word.
Ooh, he gonna be back. So y'all definitely got to tune back in. Y'all definitely got to tune back in.
Listen, he said he don't want to talk no more. Put some respect on his name. And coming down, he said God will crack the sky with 200 million angels. And he coming back, man.
Dropping nuclear war missiles on everybody.
Listen, he said, look, the cracking, hold on, you know, hold on, what did he say? You know, like, he gonna interpret what God, he said, yeah, because it was like a rocket ship. You know, the crackling and the whistling. I said, bro, I don't know, what scripture was that? I don't know nothing about that, bro. So that was describing right there, the nuclear bomb. I said,
he say, man, black people don't deserve to be rich and have good things and stuff because we being punished back up. Yeah. Man, I'm like, what?
We've been, you know why we've been punished? He said, for eating our babies. That's what he said. It was cursed.
Oh man.
But listen, if you want to get the why we would curse black people on, you got to tune in tonight on Twitch. It's going down.
Man, tune in tonight, man. The chat was going crazy. Like, Z, who is this nigga?
Hey, yo, I gotta say this too, though. I gotta say this, yo. I got one of the livest chats in the world, bro.
Yo,
I got one of the livest chats in the world, bro.
Facts.
I got one of the livest chats in the world, man. For real, you jokes be out there. Like I said, let y'all rock. Long as might talk about no kids, go out there and have fun. I don't mind. You control me, like I said, I got one of the livest audience in the world. I said, who is this nigga? I'm like, oh man, but it's like it is what it is. But hold on, I think Mike Monsters might hop in here with us too.
Yeah, Monster can let Monster in.
Yeah, hold on, because you might get your legs whooped today, baby.
Oh no, man! I got this. Y'all ain't not finna do me. I'm finna be on my fuckboy Xbox shit,
yeah,
boy. So get ready,
I know.
Let's go.
You might get your head whooped today, boy. As soon as you say the wrong thing, you know what's about to happen.
I am the best bot. Somebody better go tell your boy he ain't the best bot no more.
All right.
I took the crown.
All right, let me get to the podcast so I can see here who's in my chat. All right, what's going on? All right, before I start. Who I got here? I got. Let me see who I got. I got Ice Queen Gamer. Shout out to you, baby girl. I think that's a girl. Gruder Legend. Gilman Delita. Michael Davis. Septic Meatball. He ain't got no job. Tip Diamond was good, boy. Got a game. MC365MC. Whatever that last stand for. That's like a nuclear launch code, but shout out to you. True fucking niggas. Trickstar. Shout out to you. Who else we got here? Rex. Axeman 3008. June Fancy. Who else we got? Link 2K1, shout out to you. Skip Bayless, yeah. Who else we got? Red Matador 809, shout out to you. Reginald Jordan, come on, we about to start Alan. Who we got? Alan Jr. Named after his grandfather, shout out to Alan Jr., named after his great grandpa. Karen Karan Williams, shout out to you. Fat Mike SP1, Jay Farrow, Rafe the Emperor was good, baby. Who else we got? I think that's it. I think I got everybody. Mario Star, Marquise Harrell, Paradox, got fuck all that. Gotti Game was good. Transactor, what's up? Antoine Trimble, what's up? I thought she was about to say Antoine Holmes. Oh shit. Stingo 77-1. The Bang House was good, baby. Loud 29, what's up? I think I got everybody. What's good? If Young Vladimir Putin was good, baby. If I didn't see your name, I didn't say what's up. It wasn't done intentionally. Shit moving kind of fast for me. All right, now getting right into the day show. Okay, we got JKS Guy Code 17 was good, baby. Getting right into the day show. Now, I guess we go back to bring up the article. All right, it says Xbox game was more hardcore than PlayStation, says Microsoft. All right, now Microsoft was getting stomped globally by the PlayStation 4, but it believes that the hardcore gamers gravitate one ahead of Sony's system. Aaron Greenberg, one of the marketing bigwigs at Redmond, told IGN at Gamescom 2018 that he believes most engaged players prefer to game in green. I noticed the same and identical thing on my friends list, is that the data where we have everybody will suggest that exactly that. Uh, Hardcore players who prefer the best gaming experience have always been on our side from the first Xbox, the Xbox 360, and now the Xbox One and the Xbox One X. Looking at the numbers and result competition, we have a similar install. So we have a smaller install base, but the attach rate and sales data for many games are much higher on the Xbox. All right, so he's talking about numbers here, right? All right. They say men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Now the hardcore games, I guess once we talk about games like Call of Duty, maybe I guess, or if you can, maybe Battlefield. He didn't give the exact game. I think he's more or less talking about games like that, Destiny and shit like that. As far as we understand, is Greenberg not lying that the attach rate to some titles favor the Xbox One, but the law average meaning that if you've got a larger install base, you're always going to bring the overall attach rates down. The more prevalent statistics relates to where the majority of the gamers sell best, and we all know that's on the PlayStation 4. Greenberg continued that Xbox maintains such a strong fan base by constantly connecting with its fans. We are at the Gamescom, especially for our users and the Xbox Fan Fest. We do similar activities all over the world, he added. Along with Phil Spencer, we are always very attentive to this aspect. It is really important to spend time with our fans, and we will continue to do so. It's a part of our way of being, I guess, Microsoft. Now, here's the thing. That's a lot of shit there. I said a lot of mumbo jumbo, right? What do you take away from this?
Well, I just want to, before we get started, I do want to say this is the damage control part of the podcast. So let's get ready to damage control. Right. So it depends on his definition of a hardcore game. It depends on hardcore gamers are just a subjective term. Many people view it in a different way. I don't agree with what he's saying. I think pretty much a lot of the hardcore gamers that was in the Xbox community kind of transitioned over to the PS4. I do think the PS4 has a larger hardcore community than Xbox, but I do think they have a lot of hardcore gamers over there. If you look at the Gears base and the Halo base, people say that's all Xbox gamers talk about is Halo Gears. Well, those are hardcore fans that are invested in those titles. When you're playing games like Sea of Thieves and don't have no problem with that and shit, I mean, so to a certain extent, I don't know how he got more hardcore gamers. I don't know how he got that. I don't know where he getting this number from, unless he's saying some different numbers than me, because your competitor is outselling you 2-1. Got an 80 million install base, or is he talking about by hardware numbers or by software numbers? And then if we're talking about software, what determines the hardcore gamer? Is it what you play, the style of gamer you play, the genre you play? Would you call will hardcore gamers play Sea of Thieves versus a Gears or versus a or versus one of Sony titles like Uncharted or something like that? I don't know. What you think about it, Z?
I think he's talking about. He says, I guess some games may sell well. Well, what's what I took from him? He said, despite Sony outselling the Xbox overall 2-1, right? That some games sell better on.
Yeah.
Now, what games? So I don't know. Like I said, maybe you might be talking about Call of Duty, maybe Battlefield. I look at the most cat. Yeah. I'm just saying, or maybe even Destiny or Star Wars Battlefront. Maybe like I said, something like that. But I just what I'm saying.
So he was talking about pretty much the attach rate.
Yeah, this thing was about the attach rate. You see?
Yeah.
Listen, looking at the numbers as a result of competition, we have a small install base, but the attach rate and sales data for many games are much higher on the Xbox. This is due to the fact that our user base is made up of more hardcore gamers, and we return to the previous point.
Well, I can agree with that if you're talking about shooters. I do think it's a larger hardcore install base of shooters, people who enjoy shooters on Xbox than PlayStation 4. Even though some sales data might show that those titles sell a lot more on the PlayStation 4, which that don't even sound right. So I don't even know what he's talking about. It depends on which titles. He wasn't specific, so he's kind of fitting the narrative to what he knows while not releasing enough information. But I do think it's a large community of hardcore gamers still on the Xbox. I just don't think they outweigh what's on Sony right now. If they got 80 million gamers, I don't think 80 million is all casual gamers either. I think it's a large install of hardcore gamers that was previously on the Xbox.
Shout out to my brother Lionel Bulch, and true friend of the show. He said most hardcore definitely not, but Xbox guys are definitely the most do-bro gamers of all time. PC is the most hardcore.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what they called the OG Xbox. That the do-bro box. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this Xbox has that type of nostalgia to it. I don't get the do-bro box from the Xbox One X. I don't even get the hardcore feeling from the Xbox One X or the Xbox One this generation. It's just been all over the place. I mean, I just think that's PR talk on Greenberg. Whatever his name is. I think, like I said earlier, sometimes they just need to shut the fuck up.
Well, here's the thing. Let me go ahead and get something else in here. Okay. Stuart Stokes, Microsoft provides their fanboys with bad ammo every year. Every year.
Yeah, man. That's why I'm saying they keep making these. And that's why I said, be quiet. Just be quiet. Because once somebody said, like I said, Z grabbed the closest Xbox to him. One of you Xbox finna get thrown. Oh, they go post up for throw this fuck nigga under the bus.
No, wait. You know what I mean? He said, hold on. He said bigger downgrade. Shut up, Trunks, fuck your bitch. He said bigger downgrade. Spider-Man
or 360 to Xbox One. Laugh out loud joking. Damn. Oh, man. Oh, wow. So, you was real disrespectful with that, Trunks.
Here's the thing, and overall, right? This is my take on it. Overall. One time I catering to their fan base, I'm going to say this. I say this too. I said during the original Xbox, Microsoft was looked at as being, the Xbox looked at being more for the hardcore. It was looked at being the successor to the Dreamcast, right? Whereas the PlayStation was more adapted by everyone, the casuals. They had, you know what I mean? Going to the 360, then Microsoft kind of took their foot off the gas and leaned more towards the Kinect. But this generation, just talking about the games that they're put out themselves, that doesn't speak to the hardcore. Whether it's Recore, Lucky Tales, Sea of Thieves, that doesn't scream hardcore gamer to me. You know what I mean? Now he's just talking about attach rate, or you might say dedicated fans. I don't know. It's for the hardcore. Because I would consider myself a hardcore Xbox guy, but they lost jokers like me, and they're losing jokers like me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I don't know where he's going with this. And we're just talking about as far as shooters, and again hardcore. You know what I mean, Battlefield, and probably if you go how you say attach rate. They've been saying it for a while that the Xbox has a bigger attach rate, but it's a catch-22 because Sony has a much bigger install base.
Yeah.
So of course their attach rate is not going to be as high as the Xbox. You know what I mean? So,
and that's why I say he's using those numbers to fit his own narrative. And so I wouldn't, like I said, a lot of the hardcore gamers, man, they transitioned. They went. And it's something that was unexpected. I never thought in a million years that many Xbox fans would transition over to the PS4. But Microsoft really fucked up enough to do that. And they in massive droves. This one like no small group. This was this was majority of. If you look at the numbers, as far as if you've been outsold 2-1. The number tells you that majority of the fans moved on to the PS4. That's like fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but I guess like I said, he is using these numbers to fit his narrative. Now today, also we can talk about this too. Today, Microsoft, not really Microsoft. So we got leaked a Resident Evil Collector's Edition. What do you call it? Xbox One. Now, I thought the console was dope, right? But
Yeah.
again, true Microsoft fashion, it's not up for the sale for a mass. It's just a console you can go out there and win
Yeah.
for charity. Like again, they're just, and also too, they showed the Elite 2.0, whatever's going to be. It's just a white controller. Like, what are your thoughts about all this?
You know what? Turns out first Washburn was supposed to be a controller. Or version 2 of the Elite. Then it was said it wasn't gonna be the version 2 of the Elite, that it could have possibly been the streaming device. Then it comes out that it's just the white version of the Elite. It doesn't have any additional add-ons to it like Bluetooth or anything like that. Um, I do like the white Fallout 76 console to see the X and white. That's pretty dope. But I really would have liked them to sell the purple one they showed where old girl in the video. It was a purple custom Fallout 76 console that looked really dope, but that's going up for charity. The Tomb Raider is not being sold to us. That's going up for charity. I think those are missed opportunities to kind of push some systems that they need. That Sony's been capitalized on, and it shows that those custom systems have been selling. Sony just put out 50,000 of that the 500, the limited one, the limited edition one, and that shit sold out in minutes. Yeah, and that looks pretty dope. That's like a collector's. Give gamers an opportunity to. I wouldn't play that. I would just have that to collect. That'll be sitting somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Collect it with other things. But give our gamers the opportunity to collect those things. Now, I'm not negating the fact that it's for charity. That's a good thing. But give gamers the opportunity to purchase something like that for collector's editions or collector's items. And I don't understand why the ones for charity always be better than the ones they give access to the fans.
For retail.
Yeah, for retail. That shit crazy.
I'm gonna pay the bills right quick. Shout out my dude Paradox Gaming, aka Gotti Game. We said dealers like the slow little brother who eats his toenails in his community. Nobody with any sense listen to the hate that dude spread. Jesus Christ. What dealer talking about now? You know, I don't know what the hell dealer.
What do you do?
I guess the dealer must have said some crazy shit. I don't know. You know what I mean? But like I said, I ain't gonna lie though. I like this This Tomb Raider console.
Yeah, that joint fire.
Yeah.
Could you imagine them allowing the customers access to that to purchase that as a collector?
Yeah.
Man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That joint is fire right there.
Yeah.
And it's so detailed.
Yeah, the vines all on it. Like this
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell they be doing. And here goes the Xbox, and also a GameSpot special. They have the white Xbox One X. Only from GameStop. They got the white Elite controller, and this is some white headphones, I guess.
Yeah, and that X look dope in white, man. That actually, I'm looking at my black. My shit look like plain now. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at my black one like, man, with the dust and shit on it, like, oh man, that white joint look nice, man.
Yeah, it's slick. But it don't really look no different from the S though. I mean, the S.
Yeah, that's what it looked like, the S.
Yeah, pretty much. But like I said, they kind of dropped the ball with that. Yeah. They come to front of the Washburn 2.0 or whatever the case.
Was just that white controller. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but also, too, I seen you tagged me in something. I didn't get a chance to read it. You said what Microsoft said they don't steal a future. Bring up the article. A future without streaming. What was he talking about?
Let me see here. Where is it?
Bring it up. You said something that they don't see a future with games with something along those lines.
Well, they don't see subscription services dominating. Let me see here. I posted it. Where is it? I didn't finish reading the article. Matter of fact, I don't even think I started reading the article.
Well, I'm gonna bring it up.
I just posted. Okay, here we go. We don't see a future where subscriptions are dominant. I'm finna give you the link now.
I'm saying
it's from Game Biz.
Well, bring it. Let's read it for me because I didn't see it. I got some gameplay in the back.
Okay, no, it said we don't see a future where subscriptions are dominant. Xbox Game Pass head says player feedback shows that they prefer a service with a smaller number of quality titles to one with thousands of games. Let me see here. He said earlier this month we ran an editorial on how the race to produce a Netflix of games could wind up hurting developers, even if it works out well for customers as well as the people running these services. After that article, Microsoft reached out to offer an interview on the subject with the company's head of gaming service, Ben Decker, and Game Pass head of planning, Matt Percy. Much of the editorial discussed the implications of subscription services like Game Pass becoming the primary way for people to enjoy the hobby in the same way some people rely on Netflix or services like Spotify and Pandora for all their needs in other media. Decker insisting that this isn't the plan for Game Pass. Oh, okay. Let me see. Let's see here.
So what are they talking about? It ain't the way. It is the way. Like I ain't gonna lie, Microsoft sent so many messaging messages like this is one main games with the service is the way. And that was not the way. Like what they talking about now?
I think this more so saying after the feedback that they got from players want quality over quantity. Right now, the Game Pass got more quantity than it has quality. So you got access to all these thousands of games, but it's not the games that players want. So basically, pretty much the feedback being, look, give us a small amount of games, but make sure they're quality. We'll accept that versus giving us 1,000 games and a lot of bullshit in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me see here. On the Titans might be something. I don't think Sea of Thieves and State of Decay reached the level of adoption in the community without their inclusion in Game Pass. Let me see what else he said. Okay,
those games were trash though. I mean, they just weren't good games.
Yeah, but the games he made with
like I said, we can talk about too. Like I said, Sony stepped it up. Like I said, with games, what goes for them this month, well, PlayStation Plus, they're giving away God of War 3 and Destiny 2. But Microsoft is giving away. Oh man, like Jesus.
Okay, so what he's saying? He said when we launched it, we thought an ever increasing number of titles might be something that was really important to gamers. He admitted, but he said as it turns out, that's not really what they're asking for. He said what we get from our customer isn't I want a subscription that has thousands and thousands of games. What he heard from them is I want a subscription with 100 or a little or more than 100 games, but I want them to be really good games, and I want a curated portfolio where I know where in there is going to be really great to play games. So they saying like it's basically look, it's a lot of bullshit in Game Pass right now, basically, and like we don't care about the fact that it's 1,000 games in here because it's more quantity than quality in here. And gamers are saying, look, man, we don't need all these games. Give us a couple hundred games, but make sure these couple hundred games are all quality or really great games, which I do agree. I think they thought that, I think Microsoft's initial thought was, hey, we're going to make this $10 a month. We're going to give them access to thousands of games, and they're going to be happy. And it hasn't worked out. That's why Game Pass has been up there for $2 for 2 months, and they constantly doing discounts on them because the quantity of the games, I don't think hasn't really been effective to the service as far as the adoption rate goes, as far as people signing up. And that's due to, and I think that's why they start launching all the first party games into Game Pass to kind of speed up the adoption rate. But the gamers are saying, look, we don't give a fuck about the quantity. Put quality in there. We don't care if it's 50 or 100 games. If they all quality, we'll partake. But if you're going to give us this bullshit, and we good.
Well, I think that it's the issue. Like I said, as far as Game Pass, don't really have any value for me because there are nothing but a bunch of old 360 titles, basically full of a bunch of old Xbox 360 titles. No more games that came out earlier on in this generation. You know what I mean? And they are only thing they put in there. They are the exclusives. And again, we can, I guess you say tomato, I say tomato. They ain't really been that good of goddamn games, man.
Okay. He also said we don't have a goal of being the subscription where you get all your content. This is meant to be an additive to the ecosystem. He said we don't see a future where subscriptions are dominant. We see a future where customers have choice between a subscription and purchase to own. where there's a mixed ecosystem because that's what customers want and that's what developers want. Okay, so I understand. So I think game industry be able to say, hey, this in the long run, if this is Microsoft game plan to just become a total subscription based service with all their games, then it's going to hurt them in the long run as well as the developers. But Microsoft saying, hey, we're not going to make this something where we're just going to make everything subscription based. We still going to get customers opportunity to purchase to own, or you know what I'm saying, on a subscription. But if you putting all your first party titles in that subscription, then to your hardcore Xbox fan, you know they're gonna, especially if they only paying $10 a month or $60 a year, and they getting access to all your first party exclusives, then you know that's where they're gonna go. You know what I'm saying, for that content, but they can still purchase third party content on their own. So I don't know. Sometimes Microsoft don't know what they want to do.
That's what I said. They be all over the place. And 1 minute, they balls to the wall with this, and then, what I mean? That's why I don't get behind back. I'm keeping the phone. I really don't get behind too much of what they say. Like, I'll give you an example. 1 minute, they're going to have it exclusive on the console, and then PC going to have their exclusive, then now the Xbox ain't got no exclusive. Like, this shit, they be all over the place with this shit here, man. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know what they want to do. Like, I'm telling you. That's sometimes, like I said, this generation with this Microsoft, man, bro, they're not the, he said, quote unquote, the behemoths. Like, you know what I mean? This is a game for adults, made by adults. You don't get this from this regime right here, man. That whatever, like, they fly, he said, fly by night. If this is what they're going to do, like, boom, women, this is what we're going to stick to. This is the bread and buck. This is the plan. And then next, customers really don't want all these games in here. They just want two.
I mean, it backfired. But he admitted that. He said, "Look, we thought, giving players access to these thousands of games would entice them to the service, but it backfired on them."
Listen, here's the thing: they don't have quality shit in there.
Yeah, and that's what the gamer said. It backfired on them, and so. And I think that's what idea of putting the first party titles in there to try to add some quality to the service, to get people to adopt it more, because quality gonna always be quantity, and they should have known that out of the gate, man. They should have known that out of the gate, and so now you probably over the next, depending on how Game Pass is doing. And that's why they're reaching out to third party now, and you're getting Skyrim and stuff like that, and Fallout. You're getting those titles in there now. They're trying to beef up the quality.
Hold on,
gamers saying we ain't finna buy this shit. I don't care how many games in there. They're all trash.
Man, Lionel Buck, you see his bill?
I'm just gonna call you Lionel, man. I do not fuck with your last name, bro. If that's your last name, I ain't need for Hey, shout out to Lionel, man, for the $5 holler, man. He said, "I feel Netflix gaming service will be great for games that been out for more than a year or games that have flopped. Anything other than that is bad for their developers." Yeah, I do, and that's what they were saying. In terms of Sea of Thieves, it allowed Sea of Thieves to adopt a community. What they at 5 million now? I don't see Sea of Thieves having a 5 million install base as far as their community without Game Pass. So it did help it there, but I don't know. We got to see, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
They like to say, post up, you need to go down with the ship, bro. Yeah, it seems like I'm the only one left on Z, man. He didn't jump ship.
Yeah, did I? Especially, hey, listen, I
got stuff in his room on the ship just in case that motherfucker don't sink.
Hey, bro,
but he over there on the other ship partying hard to the motherfucker.
I got the motherfucking Spider-Man tramp stamp and everything. It's going down.
Oh, man.
But now, that's like I said, also, we can talk about this downgrade for a minute. Now, the whole community been up in arms about the Spider-Man downgrade. And here's the thing, I'm going to be honest with you. This is the nature of the business.
Yeah.
Do games look better at E3? Yes, where they show the game.
Yes.
It's called a vertical splice, of course. They're all dolled up. It is what it is. This is going back to the days of, I'm giving you an example, where them showing you Call of Duty for the 360 at the game, but it's really the PC version. It's just the nature of the business. But it's not that big of a deal, because here's the thing, for Xbox guys that are, this is what I'm saying, for Xbox guys jumping up and down and saying, oh, there's a downgrade. this still looks better than any motherfucking exclusive graphically wise. That's on your $500 goddamn box. You know what I mean? So I just look at it. They kind of look kind of spooky with talking about, oh, it's a downgrade. But look, let's not talk. Look at that goddamn State of Decay 2. Look at that goddamn downgrade. Like, come on, what are we doing here? But what are your thoughts about the downgrade? We look at that gameplay right now. Looks amazing. The actual game.
Look, I think people don't understand marketing. What marketing is. Whenever you're on a stage like E3, you have to show your product in the best light. Mm-hmm. You have to. I don't knock Sony for doing that. Whether that product goes through a change or not, the first initial perception of that product is good. The fans is like, man, this shit look raw. Whoop the fan. Their interest is peaked. I've seen some of the screenshots with the puddles and stuff like that, and the puddles missing. If you with that screenshot, some of the textures was downgraded and things like that, but not. It wasn't a massive downgrades. And you got to think, when that title was shown back in 2016, it was still in development. It was still in development. And I a shout out to CD Red Project, because they made it very clear before they showed that 48-minute demo to say, look, this is work in progress. A lot of this stuff that you see now can change. Before they did anything, they stated that. And I think Sony need to start doing that, or developers need to start doing that, to say, hey, this still is a work in progress. What you see now may be different in the final version, but the game still look great. It still look better than a lot of the games that's out. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just motherfuckers nitpicking. You know what I'm saying? Both sides do it, but from what I've seen, the downgrade is not that significant to where it affects someone to say, I don't want to purchase the game no more. Because the gameplay that I've seen on it says different. You can nitpick pictures all you want, compressed pictures or fuzzy pictures, and say downgrade all you want. But when you watching video gameplay of that game in action, that's a whole different thing. And screenshots tends to look bogus anyway sometimes.
I have presented you Exhibit A. If you look at the screen post, I got a photo of E3 2016 State of Decay 2 and E3 2018 State of Decay 2. Listen here, fuck niggas.
Shots fired.
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought that was finished? Like, come on, man. You gotta pick and choose your battles, bro.
Yo. Oh man,
that should look ugly than the masterpiece, nigga.
That's a huge downgrade.
Yeah, like come on, man.
Yeah, I mean both sides do it, and then you have these extreme fanboys like shout out to HVDIV. Pics can be altered. You do have these extreme fanboys that alter pictures and change the contrast and things like that on some of these pics, just to try to prove a point and shit like that, man. Look, the Spider-Man game is coming out in I think like 2 weeks, man. Xbox fanboys, if you want to go get you a PS4, just like you tell Sony fans when they see a game on the Xbox that they're interested in, to go cop an Xbox. It works both ways, man. Look at this shit. Look at this in this video, man. Yeah. And it goes right into gameplay. That's dope. That transition was crazy. Like, look at the lightning. Like, man, that shit looks fire, man.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of butthurt people out here, man.
Yeah. The game looks sick. The game does look ill.
Yeah.
Let me bring this up right here. Last thing I want to ask before we get the hell up out of here, before we get ready for Expand Your Mind tonight. Hold up. Hey, where we at right here? Mike, I'm sorry. Sony went all out for this month for PlayStation Plus Gold. PlayStation Plus. They're giving away Destiny 2 and God of War 3. What are your thoughts about that?
Oh, man. That's dope. You know what? It's crazy, yo. Like when Sony have a down month with their PSN titles, Microsoft throw out a good month. When Microsoft is having a down month, Sony it comes with a strong month. Now that's dope. Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm. I ain't God of
War 3. Yeah, me either. I wish I had my joint right now. I caught that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
oh yeah, Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about that. Now I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna
I
surprise
don't,
him. I'm
yeah,
surprised.
don't see talking too much, Post. You talking too
Yeah,
much.
I'm talking too much.
Talking too much, Post. You know what I mean? See, but Post already signed that contract. You know what I mean? But like I said, again, for somebody such as myself who doesn't have Destiny 2, now God of War 3 I have finished and stuff. But I don't have. I never played Destiny 2, so this is.
I never played a God of War game. That's crazy.
Shit, the best one. Well, people, here's a question: you have to play God of War or God of War 3. Now, some people will say that God of War 3 might have been the illest ever because in God of War 3 you literally killed all of the goddamn gods, right? And then then you had God of War Ascension. It was like a prelude of what happened before this happened. But then God of War they destroyed and rebuilt from a whole new franchise. Here's the thing for you: if you do get your PlayStation 4, when you get your PlayStation 4. I'm saying maybe start off, like I said, I was heading to say start off with God of War 3 if you can get through that, and then but to see where he's at, what's the disdain for Zeus, you know what I mean? Because Zeus is Zeus is his father, but then go right up into God of War, like damn, you know what I mean? It's a whole new different. Because when they first start, right? Actually, I'm gonna bring it up on screen. What's the guy named Strange? Let me see something. When he said, "Oh, they talk about stories of the guys, some of the older guys, right? I thought you'd be much bigger. I thought you'd be much stronger, because the Titans and because when he's now in Norse mythology, is later on in the future. You know what I mean? So Kratos went from the Greek mythology to now Norse mythology. So, how many years have been passed since then? And you always hear about gods of the old, And he said when he went to fight the guy, his name was Baldur, the stranger, and the game was like the first fight was like this. I thought you'd be much bigger. I thought you'd be much, whatever the fuck, what's wiser, you know what I mean? Walk through the intro to the God of War. Yeah, so you know what I mean. So that's a prelude to what, like I said, what's going on or what happened, whatever the case may be. Let me get right to the boss battle. Can I get into the boss battle? Let me get hit to the boss battle. Nope. God of War walkthrough game from the stranger. There we go, the stranger. There we go. Yeah, let me bring this. They showed the party. We're knocking on the door. Yeah, but he basically was like, "Yeah, I thought it should be much bigger. I thought it should be much stronger."
Video, you guys absolutely went in. Thank you.
This dude talking. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I get this shit without this dude. Oh man, let me get some gameplay without this God of War. What's it called? The Stranger. Boss fight.
This says Spider-Man. Fuck nigga. Shout out to Holla 29 for the $5 holla.
What
it's pronounced Spider-Man, not Spider-Man. I said Spider-Man.
The console.
Leave my lingo alone, man. That's my hood lingo. Let me be hood right now for a minute. But much love to Holla 29, man. Thanks for the correction, man. I'm gonna stick with my Spider-Man though. That Spider-Man be fire, boy. I'm changing.
They get on me about Mario, Wario.
We changing the games with these words, man. We're gonna have our own dictionary in a minute.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Wait, hold on, it's right here. I ain't gonna lie, Post. This shit come on so raw.
I know what
this shit come on so
I can't wait, man.
Right.
My copy.
Beneath the floor.
Now.
This shit come on
Down
so
there next to my printer,
bro.
man.
And it
It's still
pulls
in
you
the
in from
case.
the beginning. It should pull you right in.
Get in.
Like boom. It should pull you right in. Like
Yeah, I played a little at my bro, but I wanted to experience, and he had already started the game, so I didn't want to start from new from scratch on his system. So I just said I'm gonna be patient, man, because I want to experience it
so
from
boom,
the
you
very
get
beginning.
your motherfucking PS4 Pro, whatever the case may be. Are you gonna do God of War 3 first, or are you gonna hop straight into this right here?
It depends. That God of War 3 should still be free by then, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna grab the God of War 3. I'm gonna play that because I heard that was fire.
This ain't got no mind, and it got nothing to do with. I mean, you don't have to, but you know what I mean. It's a dope game.
I just want to experience it. I
don't know how good your skills are. You know, if you can beat God of War 3, it takes some skills. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
And here
boy, I was Chad, man. Fuck nigga, I was in college, boy. Fuck
look, he said it right there.
Better than us.
Look.
So much smarter.
He did, like, you know what I mean? Wait, hold on. He said it right here. Listen to him.
So much better than us.
Basically, talk like, yeah, I thought, because the stories of the old.
You're definitely the one.
Think about this. Oh, you can probably hit.
Long way from home, aren't you?
What do you want?
Oh, you already know the answer to that.
Hey, hold on.
Whatever
Look,
it is you
hey,
see,
so
you
this,
do not have
so
it.
this what we gonna do, chat. Every time I come on the show,
You should move
hey, look,
on.
I will have, man, boy, we will set up
And
a
here
show
I thought
dedicated to
your
Jack's
kind
roasting,
was supposed to
and
be
I will
so
fire all you
enlightened, so much
motherfuckers up. Anybody can get.
So much smarter.
Yo, they heating me in the
You hide
chat.
out here in the woods. Like a
I'm
cow.
gonna get every last one of you
He
motherfuckers.
said, I'll put cases in all you
Do not
bitches.
want this
Fact.
fight.
Shout out to the chat, though.
I'm pretty sure I do.
You say I need to go fund me to get a PS4. Damn.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Post. His first scene, he be like,
Yeah.
bye,
My
home.
home.
Yeah, and
Bring
this
us
is
to
the
the waters
thing when you fight. This what really gets you connected with the controller, right?
But, yeah, I
Change the
mean,
button to the-
every
I
20
don't
minutes.
know what to do. I don't know what buttons to press or anything.
Finally.
Now, this nigga he fighting can't feel no pain, Post.
You would not listen.
He would not listen. Yo, this shit ill, ladies and gentlemen. Make me want to hop back on it. You know, I ain't one for DLC. I ain't gonna lie.
Facts, Fat Mike, Shot Town, boy.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having some DLC for God of War. But
Might.
anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you guys enjoyed the show.
Yeah, we about to get up out of here. I just want to say Jerry, who started this shit. Boy, you got a custom Teletubby outfit inspired by Prince with the ass cheek cut out holding the VGA award. Fuck, nigga.
He said, hold up, wait a minute. But now, if you guys enjoyed the show today, man, hey, you supposed to go fund me for getting that PS4. Hey, Lonnie, you crazy, man. This show right here was ill, though. Look at this shit here, man. Round post in the house. It's all good. But like I said, shout you all for rocking out with us live. We'll be back later on tonight, like I said, with Expand Your Mind. We out of here, man. Bacon. I ain't gonna lie, this fight was ill. I ain't gonna lie, this might get game of the year right here, though.
Yeah.
Before we go, what's getting game of the year? Red Dead Redemption, God of War, Spider-Man. 3 Spider-Man, 2 God of War, 1 Red Dead Redemption. So we get this, we out of here. Bang. God of War? Yeah, God of War was kind of epic, though, man. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, God of War was kind of. My man said State of Decay. Yeah. Like I said, it is what it is, man. Thank you all for rocking out with us live, though, man. If you be so kind again, hit the like button. I appreciate it, man. We out of here. Bacon grease.